Alright, now this is a demo of Textier after 1.5 months of working with hotels. The reason why we started out with Textier was that hotels today have a big problem. How do we deal with this mass of incoming feedback from guests? How do we deal with this mass of internal and external communication, right? Replying to reviews, thank you letters, writing different texts, writing different documents, writing to, different departments, writing to, special guests and all that. A lot of writing. Sometimes different departments don't even have the competence to deal with all of these different daily tasks. So in this way, they don't really want to do it. They don't feel motivated. And sometimes these different tasks become secondary while, for the hotel, it's important that these tasks be carried out, right? And right now in Textier, after working with hotels, we have this whole list of, different scenarios that you can fulfill in Textier with ease. For different departments like food and beverage, front desk, human resources, management, sales and marketing, and most likely in the future, this will be even expanded, right? And today we will look at 7 different examples. The most important of which is reply to reviews. If we look at TripAdvisor, 90 to 95% of these reviews are without replies. Whichever hotel you look at, most of them don't have replies. But for a hotel, it's important to reply to these reviews, to keep up the good reputation of the hotel in the eyes of the customers, because it's new guests that will be reading this, and they will have the opinion that probably the hotel really doesn't care what other people think about it. Maybe it's not that good, but that's not the case, right? So what I did here is that I copied this review into after this prompt, after this command, and what I do is just process with Textier, and it will create a reply. It will create 3 different replies. Every one is unique. Every cycle is unique. And you can just copy this one and put it into the reply, right? Add your name maybe in the end, maybe something in the beginning, and there you go, done. Okay, this is one important part when it comes to reviews. The other important part is example 2, which is summarizing reviews, or any type of long text for that matter. If we have reviews like this review actually is quite good. It's structured. It's there's a summary in the end, but there are reviews which don't have this, right? Which are just like massively long texts. So what you can do is just copy it here, and it will create a summary of this text. It doesn't even have to be a review. It can be any type of long text, maybe a letter, maybe this is quite long, but this is pretty good. In terms of creating a summary, you can always create a new one. And yes, so it creates like this summary of that long text. Now, what we will do in the near future is that every review that you reply to will be temporarily saved in Textier, and it will in the backend analyze that review. And it will create in the end of the month a report for you which shows like these different points that were brought up in those reviews, with numbers, different numbers, like maybe, I don't know, the beds were not clean, want a bigger bed, want more food, whatever the case may be, right? Okay, so this is long letter summary. Let's look at job descriptions. Creating job descriptions. Let's say you are a big hotel, 2,000 people, a lot of movement of workforce. You want to create job vacancies in job portals, right? In Textier, you can do that. Let's say put in your hotel name, and for the vacant position of what you are looking for, operations specialist, and you can do that here. See, it will create the responsibility. Now, sometimes it also creates like duties and responsibilities, you know, daily tasks and even like requirements in this case, which is really good. You can pretty much just copy this one and put it into the vacancy, right? But it's a more reliable way is to do them separately. So what you would do is that duties and responsibilities. You also have it here as a you know, separate task. Like this, yeah, sorry, my bad. And you would get this as one, this one as well, you know, here or here, right? And now you can create a vacancy. Or just select this one as daily tasks. I don't want to refresh this one, but if you refresh it, it will be good. And it will create the daily task for you. There you go. And let's say sometimes, you know, the job portal you are putting it into doesn't promote English descriptions, English vacancies that well. Maybe it's the native language that it promotes well. You can just translate here into Estonian as well, or whatever the native language of the country is. Maybe it is, you know, Italian, maybe it is Spanish, you know, you can do that here. Okay, if you are creating job vacancies, then most likely per vacancy you will have about 20 interviews, which you need to do. Now this is something you can do in Textier as well. Write an interview invitation like this. So we had operations specialists. You can see here that these are the sections you would need to change. Position name, you know, employee title, which is like, let's say it's team lead, or maybe like it's you know, head of human resources or something like that. But overall, you know, all of this information, you can put it in and you can go and use Textier to do this invitation. And here you have it. Yeah, all of them look quite good, I would say. All right, and you know, of course, this can be translated into the native language too. Okay, if you have 20 invitation letters per applicant, per open position, you would have like 100 rejection letters you need to send out. So you can, let's say, there is two possibilities to do that. One is the candidates who came to the interview, which would be like a rejection letter follow-up, you know, saying that the interview didn't go that well. But the other one is, you know, just a normal rejection letter to candidates who you didn't even invite. So in this case, what you can do is like send out different looking rejection letters, make them feel like special that they took part in the candidacy, and in this case you would have like a higher likeliness of them applying to a future position of your company. And the last thing that we will look at is, you know, if you are a big hotel, you most likely will have like different events happening at your hotel. You can do event descriptions in Textier as well, but what we will look at now is thank you letters to special guests who took part in a special event, which in this case is the annual shareholders meeting. Go Hotel, yeah, annual shareholders meeting. And, you know, write them a thank you letter by the head of management. And here you have it. And what you can do here also is that, you know, these are VIPs, these are VIP guests, very important people. maybe not all of them, understand English, or you want this thank you letter to be even more personalized. You do know, like, what type of guests they were, where they were from. Maybe somewhere from Finland. You can create like a thank you letter in their own native language. Maybe some of them were from, I don't know, Germany or Italy or France. You can create these thank you letters in their own native language, and this will bring this thank you letter to a whole nother level. And so this is how Textier helps in dealing with this mass of communication, both internal and external. And Textier AI Assistant will help people in different departments of your hotel to save a whole lot of time, energy, and these tasks that are today not being fulfilled can be fulfilled with ease in the future. Thank you for listening.